Yep. All right, we are live on YouTube. How's everybody doing today? A little bit overcast, but parts of the trail seem to be clear. So I'm going to wear my shades because if I don't, I have a feeling that I'm going to hit some nasty sun. It's just better to come prepared, right? Hope you're all having a great Sunday. Happy Halloween, everyone. And please have a very safe and sane Halloween. If you are planning on going out tonight, I'm just staying in tonight and decided to take the rest of the day off from creating content. I'm just going to rest up some more and come back strong tomorrow. So if you were expecting me to do another stream from the studio tonight, like I said, I may end up doing on my show yesterday. It's not going to happen. But anyway, I have a very interesting topic to discuss here and a very important topic to discuss here today. So I'm just going to wait for some more people to pop on in. Lots of people are coming to the trail, actually, even though it's a little bit windy and a little bit chilly. It's about 61 degrees. That's what the outside temperature read, in my car. Good afternoon, Lewis Fuller. How you doing? Stick around, Lewis. It's going to be a very interesting show. You're going to like this, and you'll be able to share your feedback. Lewis, can you pay close attention to the chat? And, if anybody's out of line, you know what to do, right, Lewis? You know the drill by now, right, man? And if you're not around, Lewis, don't worry. I can mod the chat from my phone. Just gave me a like. I'm doing great today. That's nice to hear, Lewis. It's nice to hear. Doing quite well myself. Doing quite well myself. So yeah, like I said, I have a very interesting topic to discuss today, and I'm going to be discussing this topic in the most respectful, professional, and mature ways. And I want to make it very clear that this stream is not being catered to any particular people in general. An example, i.e., my trolls, haters, etc. I'm sure that they are probably going to tune in or make reaction videos off of this, or who knows, who cares, right? But this is being put on in a general way because I'm seeing more and more decent people on the platform, here on the YouTube platform, that just want to come out here and, get their entertainment fix, or, learn something, or even create their own content. And they're dealing with some pretty nasty people. They're dealing with some crazies, known as trolls, haters, people that, like to talk smack and attack other people for no reason besides just trying to get a reaction, which, that's going to be the, primary purpose of this stream here. And I'm going to be talking in great detail regarding the psychology of these people, these trolls, these haters, these grown adults that are behaving poorly out here on YouTube. I'm going to share with you in detail why they're behaving this way, where that stems from, and also how to handle it if you don't want to get sucked into their vortex, which will affect your experience of being on the YouTube platform. I'm primarily catering this to YouTube because I am on YouTube, and this is where it happens more so than any other platform. The trolling, the hating, the misinformation, the craziness is the worst out here on YouTube. Now, I love YouTube, don't get me wrong. Team YouTube, I love you folks. You have a great product. The problem is trying to find that fine balance of content you allow and don't allow to keep the platform going by way of advertisements, right? Even these trolls and haters, half of the people on this platform are people that disturb the peace in some way, shape, or form, right? And if you remove all of them, you lose half the ad revenue. I get that. So it's not easy to find the balance of who to allow on the platform, what content to keep on the platform, and who to kick off the platform, and what to remove off the platform, right? YouTube has got to be one of the most difficult businesses to run, period, right? So there are a lot of great people out here that want to create real content, but they're being trolled, they're being harassed, right? They're being picked on, right? Kind of like a schoolyard bully, but the digital version. They call that cyberbullying and harassment. Which, quite honestly, I don't even know if there should be laws on cyberbullying and harassment because they're just not enforced. They're never enforced. And they're very rarely enforced by YouTube staff. Sometimes they are, or a lot of times they get it wrong. Like I got a community guideline violation a couple weeks back saying that I was cyberbullying and harassing in one of my videos, and I have never done that, right? And I appealed it, and they immediately reversed it 5 minutes later. That was the quickest, approval of an appeal where either one of their human reviewers or the automated system got it wrong. But when it comes to real cyberbullying and harassment, it's really hard to get that removed from this platform. And then try to call the FBI that's in charge of cyberbullying, right? And, they say contact your local authorities. And when you contact your local authorities, they say it's a YouTube beef, right? And some of these people that pick on, other people on the YouTube platform, other creators or other people just on the platform, they know how to get away with this stuff. They know how to push the boundaries. They know how to skate the line and ride the line, or even sometimes cross the line a little bit, but they know how far they can take it without paying the price for it. Which makes it even more frustrating for people like you and me that just want to create greatness on this platform, whether we're a creator or we just want to enjoy the platform as a place where we get our news, we learn how to fix things, how-to videos, or get our entertainment. And when I say entertainment, I'm excluding the entertainment because it's not, in my opinion, it's not entertainment what these drama channels do that attack, harass, and pick on people, right? And bully people, right? A lot of them consider that entertainment. That's not entertainment. That is harassment. That, to me, is considered pathetic behavior, especially by these grown-ass adults that are doing it. But we'll talk about why they're doing it. And we'll also talk about how to handle it if you're a victim of this, right? Because there are things you can do. The simple answer is do nothing, ignore it. Don't feed into it. I haven't fed into it for a long time. I used to feed into it in the past because I didn't know any better. I'd never dealt with trolls and haters and nasty people on the internet. I hadn't dealt with people like that since my grammar school days and early high school days, where I was picked on and bullied in person. But I never knew how much crazier it can get on the internet, especially a platform like YouTube. And it got pretty crazy for me, but I learned from it. And now I want to teach you folks. Now, I've talked about this stuff in the past, but I haven't talked about it in a while. And I feel it's time for a refresher for the people that have been following me for a while. But if you're new and you're dealing with this, you can learn, right? And even if, like I said, even if you've been around for a while and you've heard me talk about this before, it's always good to have a refresher. And plus, I'm going to bring you current, up-to-the-minute information that can help you, learn to better handle this and not let it get to you, and not let it affect your purpose on the YouTube platform. Especially with people with special needs. Can't wait until November 7th. It's your birthday. Happy early birthday, Lewis. Happy early birthday. Lewis, can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Just want to make sure everything's going through okay. So I'm just going to wait to pass by a couple people that are coming on the other side of the trail, and then we're gonna get right to it. We're going to get right to it. Just waiting to pass by one more person and their dog. There are no dogs or pets allowed on this trail. I guess that person either missed a sign or is kind of skating the laws or the city ordinances, right? I say I could be a real jerk and say, hey, dogs aren't allowed on here, but I just, hey, she's not bothering me, her dog wasn't bothering me, but still, that's what some people do. Like, there are people in this world that like to ride lines, skate lines, right? It's those people that really, really get to me the most. And I don't let them even get to me anymore, but it bugs me the most because those are the people that'll push boundaries, right? And I'm not saying that pushing boundaries to a certain extent is a bad thing. But when you push boundaries in ways that hurt other people tremendously or severely, I have a problem with that. The woman walking her dog on the trail when there's a sign at the front saying no pets, no dogs, right? It's not really affecting anyone. And if her dog takes a dump on the trail, hopefully she has, doggy bags and a doggy mitt, and she can clean up after herself, right? Now, that right there is somebody that's just kind of like pushing the boundaries, right? Not a big deal. But other people in this world really, really push boundaries and skate lines in ways that hurt other people. And they do it because not only it hurts other people, it helps them get ahead in some capacity, right? And in my opinion, it should be a fact, but in my opinion, people that hurt others as their main means of getting ahead in life, regardless of whatever they're trying to accomplish, in my opinion, those people are devils. You're no better than the devil, in my opinion. That's my opinion, right? You're not good people, right? Good people take other people's thoughts and feelings into consideration. People that are selfish only give a damn about themselves. And they will do anything and everything to get ahead in life or to make themselves feel better at everyone else's expense, no matter what it costs the other people or how much it hurts them. Give me a second here. Yes, I see you and hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. So let's get right to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from the San Francisco Bay Trail here in beautiful Redwood City, California. Lewis says you're welcome. Thank you, Lewis, again. This is episode number 166. 166 of these, almost in the books. And today, we're going to be discussing why grown adults behave poorly on YouTube and how to handle it. One more time. Why grown adults behave poorly on YouTube and how to handle it. Hi, Eli. How are you, brother? I'm back in 4 days. I don't know who you are, but I think I have an idea who you are. Anyway. Oh, Jesus. It's funny to me that I have subscribers only mode on my live stream chats. YouTube started doing that several months ago. People need to be subscribed to my channel for 24 hours minimum before they can chat. It's just funny to me that between that and my other great security with block words and auto moderation by Nightbot, that, you know, people still try to troll me. It's comical. It's comical. And I'm going to talk about it today. I'm not going to mention anyone's name specifically because that's what these people want, that are still trying to suck me back into their pathetic drama vortex. It's just not going to happen, right? It's just not going to happen, right? Like I've said in the past, you know, these people have done anything and everything possible under the sun to me, not only online, but offline. They've done everything they possibly can, right? And it just doesn't get to me anymore, no matter what they do. But why waste your time, you know, trying to bypass my filters so you can have a say that's going to get you banned immediately? You know, you try to troll me by trying to say, hey there, brother, I'm back in 4 days. Okay, well, I have no idea who you are. You know, you have an account like Friendship Squad. It's a sock account, right? I mean, seriously. You think I'm stupid? I'm not triggered. I'm just. This is how pathetic these people are. Like the more, I hope more of these people are gonna come in and troll me today, because I saw my subscriber count go up about 12 or 13 in the last 24 hours. So these people are plotting to troll me, right? Some of these people so desperately want attention. You see, Lewis Fuller, this is the funniest thing here. This is how pathetic these grown-ass people are. All right, I'm not triggered. I'm having to laugh at their expense regarding this, right? So they know that I beefed up security on my channel because I just want to help people that want to be helped, right? I don't want to deal with trolls and haters and people that attack others on YouTube and talk smack about others on YouTube, right? I want to avoid all those people that are truly not interested in my content, right? So these people, they go and create sock accounts, right? They go and create sock accounts, Lewis, and then they subscribe to me 24 hours ago, and then they wait, and then they hammer me with all those accounts, and they think it's going to trigger me. I mean, what are they getting out of this, right? Are you getting a rise that I'm even just bringing any attention to it? I mean, that's how pathetic these people are. You're right, Lewis. They're pathetic. And see, this is the thing. I'm doing this stream because there are many people like me that just want to create good content out here and just want to enjoy this platform in a very civil, humane way, unlike these other people, right? Which we'll get more into that in a little bit. And I want you folks to learn and understand that if you don't want these people to, keep coming at you or other people, then don't feed into them. Just don't feed into them. Don't acknowledge them. Don't feed into them, right? That's one of the main purposes of doing this today, because, I've connected with lots of people on YouTube that I've been collaborating with. And a lot of these people keep going back and forth. They keep getting sucked back into the vortex of these types of people. And then they complain that, oh man, I shouldn't have gone on their live stream panel. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that reaction video. Well, I don't know how many times I've tried to tell you that you're just giving them what they want when you do that. You have to completely ignore them, no matter what happens, whether they troll you, whether they make videos on you, whether they simulcast your live streams. Even if they stalk you in person like they've done to me, you have to ignore them, right? Ignore, ignore, ignore. Don't let it get to you, right? Don't let it trigger you. The most important thing is, don't let it trigger you. I'm not triggered right now. I'm laughing. I'm laughing that one person that's been trolling me here today, we're not going to mention their name. They know who they are. That this person took the time to create all these sock accounts and subscribe to my channel 24 hours ago to bypass that so this person could get a few laughs in that really aren't funny. It's not funny. The funny thing is how pathetic it is. That's the funny thing. And here's the thing, this person right now, the fact that I'm acknowledging that this person is a troll, even though I know they're a real person, right? This person's getting off on it, right? And hey, if you're getting off on this, I'm glad I can entertain you, but hey, have a nice day. That's it. Like, I literally don't pay any attention to these trolls, these haters, these people that attack other people on YouTube just to make content at their expense, right? And again, we'll get to why they do all of this in a little bit. Grown adults in their 30s and 40s and older. And I can understand to a certain extent, people in their teens and maybe early to mid 20s doing stupid things like this, maybe into your late 20s, right? But by the time you hit your early to mid 30s, if you still get off on trolling people on YouTube, talking smack about other people on YouTube, right? Making videos on people or about people on YouTube, right? Doing whatever it takes just to trigger someone to get a reaction, right? It's pretty pathetic, right? I mean, here's the way that you need to look at this, folks. To the people out there that are struggling on how to handle people like this or these situations, right? You got to put yourself in their shoes and really truly understand the psychology of why they're doing this. They're doing this because, I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's a lack of self-love. They don't love themselves. They lack self-respect, right? They're very insecure. And many of them, to a certain extent, are mentally and emotionally unstable. And many of them are completely mentally and emotionally unstable, right? And because their personal life and real life, IRL like we call it nowadays outside of YouTube, isn't going the way they wish it would go, they're like, oh, screw it, I'm just going to be a troll on YouTube. I'm just going to project my insecurities and my deficiencies on other people out here on YouTube and try to trigger them, and then make my channel about creating content on this stupid shit, right? Grown-ass people doing this in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, right? That's why they do it, right? Because here's the thing. Any normal human being, especially any normal grown-ass adult, right, that has lots going on for them in their life, wouldn't even have the time to do stupid shit like this even if they wanted to, right? I've got a lot going on in my life. You know, I've got a decent woman I've been hanging out with for the last almost 2 months. I've been spending more time with my family. I've been focused on creating lots more content for people that like my content, and I've been diversifying my content elsewhere. More on that one of these days when I finally decide to make people publicly aware of it. I have lots of things to do, right? So even if I wanted to be an internet troll or attack and harass and do stupid things to people on the internet, which it's not within my nature to do that anyway. I'm just saying, for example purposes, even if I wanted to do that, I have zero time to do it. I'm saying this as clearly as possible so you folks can really understand the psychology of where these people are coming from, right? Because many of you struggle with it. Many of you are complaining, I don't know what to do. They keep using my content. They keep doxing me. They keep harassing me. Well, there's only one thing you can do. Flag their videos, and whether YouTube takes it down or not, just ignore. Flag and ignore. That's all you got to do. And move on. And don't make reaction videos about them. Don't go on their live stream panels or in their chats. Move on and do you. If you feel the need to defend yourself constantly against these people that are coming at you on YouTube, then you're no better than they are, right? If you're better than they are, you're going to use your common sense and use your effing head and basically say, hey, this is not worth my time. And you know what? You block them all. You ignore them if you get recommended their stuff because they're putting their name or they're putting your name in their title or they're tagging you in their community posts and videos. We'll get to that in a little bit because there's a lot to update you folks on in this video, right? You can tell YouTube on your app, do not recommend posts or videos from this channel. Do not recommend this channel, to the point of where at some point you won't even get recommended their stuff anymore. Now, every now and then you may end up noticing that they're tagging your name in a community post because that shows up in the back end of your YouTube studio, right? But even then, you don't have to react to it. You don't have to respond to it. Get a good laugh at it at their expense. Like, the more and more people, like, I haven't fed into any stupid stuff on YouTube in ages, right? But people are still trying to get my attention because they want to leverage my name. They like the back and forth with me. It gets a lot of attention for everyone, right? So they're trying to leverage that. And the only way they can do it is if they can successfully trigger me and suck me back into their vortex, which they're not, right? They're trying to do that, right? And so when I see them trying to do that in many various ways, you know, through many various different people, right? I laugh at it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's like, this is old news. These people are trying to use the same tactics and methods that worked on triggering me years ago that I've learned how to completely handle, right? And when I see them doing this, I laugh at those postings or any videos they make. I don't even watch the videos, but I see the titles, or sometimes people that care for me make me aware of them. I sit there and I laugh. I'm like, okay, well, and then I get right back to creating my own content. Don't let these people distract you from creating the greatness you were meant to create out here. Seriously, don't let them distract you. You're in full control of your own destiny, right? And as we get to the end of the first part here, as I start heading back, then I will get more into it in detail. But I may have to use the restroom real quick. So I'm going to go off the air for a few folks, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Stick around, don't go in. All right. We should be back live. It's amazing to me where there are 15 when there are 15 people in the chat before you say you're taking a quick 2-minute break to use the restroom, and then you come back and there are only 6 people here. Wow, like you people have a severe need for constant content in front of your face. You can't even just sit there and wait for 2 minutes. Wow. Oh man. But they'll be back. They'll be back. Oh man. I love studying the psychology of people. I'm not a psychiatrist, okay, or anything like that, right? But I love studying psychology. I love dissecting human behavior, right? Especially nowadays in this crazy modern world we live in, this digital modern world, right? Hey, we got some planes flying in on a Sunday. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, there were some people on the trail when I got here, but like there's no one else anywhere near this area right now. So I may have the entire observation deck to myself for a little bit. But let's just get further into it, right? Let's talk more about this, right? So why do these people behave this way? Why do these grown adults, again, like I said earlier, I can understand teenagers or even young adult men and women in their early to mid 20s or even their late 20s somewhat behave this way, right? But by the time you hit your 30s or at the latest your mid 30s, if you're still behaving in these erratic ways that many adults over 35 behave out here on YouTube, I mean, there are some serious issues involved, right? And a lot of these people, even if they are coherent, and even if they are mentally and emotionally stable, right? Because there are some people that are mentally and emotionally stable and coherent and know that they're doing this. Why do those people do it? Because it's the only way that they think they can get attention out here on social media and YouTube, which, quite honestly, drama is probably the quickest way to get attention. But is it the right attention, right? Do you really want to be known as a drama queen or drama king, right? You don't want to be, right? And then some other creators, that may be mentally and emotionally stable and are coherent and know what they're doing. Why do those people do it? Because they make a business out of it. They sell drama. it's kind of like, how do I say this? They're kind of like using YouTube as the digital version of Hollywood to try to recreate the mainstream media version of like Desperate Housewives or Real Housewives of Orange County or any one of those other reality TV shows, right? Which we know those reality TV shows are not real, but they try to make it appear real, right? They have somewhat of a realistic aspect, but it's all pretty much staged, right? And a lot of these creators that, create fake drama, what they'll do is they'll connect with real people and indoctrinate them into their drama culture, right? And because these creators are very experienced, they know how to trigger these people to keep coming back onto their panels and creating a back and forth, right? Until these people figure out that they're being used for content, which typically doesn't happen until 6 months or a year later. It took me a few years to figure it out myself. And I'm sharing this right now because there are many people I care about out here on YouTube that are creating content and are struggling to create their content because they keep getting sucked back into groups like these. And there's only one way out. There's only one way to turn it around. The only way to turn it around is to completely ignore these groups and anyone involved with them. Even if people that you care about are involved with them, you got to let them all go because that one person that you care about that's still someone involved with them is the leak back into the drama or the leak back into the craziness for you. And you don't want that. You've got to completely remove bad seeds from your life in order to move ahead and create greatness. You got to leave that space open, right? Got to leave that space open. And a lot of people that have been involved in this type of content before in groups like these, right? They have a hard time leaving, or sometimes they revert back because they see their views go down, right? They see like their videos and live streams and live stream replays go from 500-600 views a live stream or video to 100 or 200 views, right? And to those people that keep reverting back to, drama type of content or hateful kind of content, right? Because of the view factor, you're not even really realizing that 2/3 of those views are either from people that don't care about you and your content, or they're from 1 or 2 trolls with tons of sock accounts. And you don't realize what that's doing to your average view duration and to the searchability of your content or the discovery of your content on YouTube, especially through the recommended system. YouTube recommends videos to people based on 2 factors: the click-through rate on your thumbnail and the average view duration. What is the average view duration of that particular video? For example, if you have a 1-hour video and your average view duration is 30 minutes, which would be pretty high, that means your average percentage viewed is 50%. In order for YouTube to recommend your content, your average view duration needs to be at least 25 or 30 or 35% of the total time of the content. So to those people that keep reverting back to or getting back in bed with drama creators and interviewing people how do I say this the right way? Even if you're interviewing people that used to be a part of, drama groups, it's going to trigger that drama group back in, and they're going to come to your channel and they're going to thumb you down, and they're going to ruin your average view duration. You have to understand, by getting involved with anyone that's been a part of these groups, even someone you would now consider a good person and a friend, until they completely remove themselves, they're your leak back into what you just got out of, right? And it's only going to set you backwards. I'm trying to be as clear as possible about this, folks. I've learned a lot. I have a lot of personal experience in dealing with this over the last several years, and I want to share my gems with you folks. No one, like I've been saying lately, I think I mentioned this yesterday, there's no YouTube that's gone through more harassment, trolling, stalking, doxing than myself on this platform. I mean, sure, there are other things that have happened worse to other creators. Like some creators have lost their lives and stuff. God rest their soul, they didn't deserve that. But when it comes to the amount of attacks that came upon me, there's no one else I know of or I've seen that's been through what I went through. And I'm not saying that to say I'm all that or show off. I'm saying that to make you folks aware that I'm very well versed on this. And I've experienced it in the most crazy ways possible. So if you're going through this and you're struggling on how to handle it, and it's affecting you from creating a great YouTube channel or creating great content anywhere on the internet, reach out to me. Reach out to me. And if I know you're not a troll, I will help you out free of charge. Go to my genuine emotional support group on Reddit. That's the best way to reach out to me now, even better than email. All right, you can email me, it's below in the description, but a better way, go to the r/real emotional support Reddit group. The link is below. The link is below in the description section, a couple lines down. And post your questions in there, and I'll get back to you within 24 hours, and I will help you. I will help you folks. And while I'm still up here, I'm going to head back down in a second. See the sun over there? It's burning off the clouds. That's why I wore my sunglasses. Even though it's kind of an overcast type of day with only a 2% chance of rain like it was yesterday. It's not going to rain. I can see the runway from here. Just beautiful. I'm hearing another plane, but is it lost in the clouds? No, that was probably a car on the freeway on 101. All right. All right. So another thing I want to make you folks aware of that are on YouTube, and this is YouTube making it easier for people to, and I'm not saying this is the main purpose of why they did this. I'm not criticizing YouTube, but YouTube has now made it easier for trolls and haters and terrible people to attack and harass others on the platform. They have reduced the amount of subscribers you need to qualify for a community tab on your channel, where at that point you can tag in any other channel on YouTube that has at least 1,000 subscribers. So you still need to have 1,000 subscribers for anyone with a community wall to tag you, right? But yeah, YouTube has lowered the threshold to 500 subscribers. Once you hit 500 subscribers, about a week later, you'll get your community tab. I believe as long as you have no active community guideline strikes on your channel. Okay? That makes sense, right? If you're breaking the rules, why are they going to give you a tool that's going to help you further break the rules, right? And soon, from what I'm hearing is YouTube's going to open it up to every channel, and you'll get it automatically when you create a new channel. Why is YouTube doing that? It creates more engagement, right? The more engagement, the longer the people are on the platform, the greater chance of, people watching the video and YouTube serving them an ad, right? The whole name of the game is to keep people on the platform as long as possible and serve them as many ads as possible, and get them on live streams to buy super chats and super stickers. And now something coming really soon, which some creators already have, but I don't. It's called Super Thanks. They haven't activated it on my channel yet, but now even on your pre-recorded videos, if you're a monetized channel, you'll get this thing, which is near where the thumbs up and thumbs down section is at on your app, and it's also on your desktop. And it says thanks with a heart around it. You can send a super thanks up to $49.99 on a pre-recorded video or a live stream replay. Or if you do a pre-recorded video as a premiere, super chat and super sticker and super stickers will be available for that. But once the premiere ends and it just goes to a regular pre-recorded video, super thanks will show up. So the name of the game, you got you folks out here that are being attacked and harassed and picked on, however you want to call it, bullied, whatever, on YouTube, need to understand YouTube's side in this. It's not that they want to see you get attacked and harassed or picked on, right? But it's about drawing a fine line between what's just something that people can ignore or what's something that truly violates laws and guidelines, right? Because the more content they remove, the more people they remove, the less money they make. You folks have to understand that. So you have to learn to fend for yourselves, like I did. If you're going to be on this platform for any reason, and if people know who you are, unless you're someone that doesn't put your picture out there or doesn't put your real name out there, if you put your real name and show your face, and people can find out who you are, you're going to be dealing with this. You just have to learn how to fend for yourself and learn to ignore. That's the bottom line. Yes, I've seen on some YouTube channels the thanks icon. That's correct. That is correct, Lewis. It's going to be rolled out to everyone by the end of the year. I even tried to send a tweet to @TeamYouTube to see if they could activate mine a little bit sooner. And they said it's still in beta, but everyone will have it soon. Doesn't hurt to try, right? So yeah, that's the newest thing right now. Is you have these hate channels and these trolling channels that have never been able to reach 1,000 subscribers. But some of them have reached 500 subscribers, right? And the ones that have reached 500 subscribers now are getting a community tab, right? And so what are these people doing now? And I'm not going to mention who's done it, but I'm going to say they have done it to me. Many of them have, right? And why are they doing it? What's the real reason why they're doing it, right? Okay, number one, they're bored and they have this new toy they want to play with, right? Number two, they're trying to trigger me to get a reaction so they can use me for content on their channel. That's the main reason, right? And number three, they probably either have nothing better to do or their actual regular content is not getting them the same traction it once was. So They're trying to suck me back in or other people like me back in, you know, to, you know, to start gaining some more traction on their channel, or some of them have many channels, right? So you have to understand that, you know, if you have someone or a group of people or many people doing this to you as a content creator on YouTube, you have to understand why they're doing it, and you have to also learn how to handle it so it doesn't affect you from moving forward. Are these people going to stop doing what they're doing? No, they're never going to stop doing what they're doing. Are they going to continue to, you know, tag me and post? Sure, right? Right? But I'm just going to keep on flagging them for bullying and harassment, right? And at some point, it'll catch up with them. Ah, it's a nice plane. Pretty low. That's a nice shot. Nice. At some point it'll catch up to them, like I said, right? And let's say YouTube never removes them, or let's say even YouTube removes them and they come back and create another channel, which is what most of them do, right? All you have to do is ignore it, right? This is the kind of stuff that you need to flag and make YouTube aware, and then just move on with your day. Whether YouTube removes it or not, you know, you got to play it like YouTube is not going to remove it. Yeah, flag it because you never know, right? But then move on like YouTube never removes it. Because remember, your best defense against dealing with people like this that will prevent you from losing sight of your own destiny of creating real content is to ignore it. Don't let it get to you. Yeah, there are times where you can't help but see what these people are doing, right? But it's how you interpret it, how you react or don't react to it, right? Again, I'm using myself for example purposes because I've been through more trolling, harassment, and attacks than any other person, right? And you see how I'm handling it. It's still happening to me to this day, but you see how I handle it? I don't let it get to me. Lots of planes are flying in today. Beautiful. You like those planes, Lewis Fuller? It looks like they've done some digging over there, to the point of where they're going to add more road here, or I don't know if this is going to be like an emergency access road, or the trail is going to be diverted over there, or wait a minute. There is a post right here. This is interesting. Is there a trail here at some point? Did they divert this? Because there is a post here that says public shore. And yes, there is a public shore over there, but it's just an observation deck. And that's not even really the SF Bay, that's just the wetlands. The SF Bay is a little further on the other side, but the wetlands connect to it. Wow, a lot of planes are coming back from somewhere today. Beautiful. That plane is flying extremely slow. Yeah. All right, let's keep going here. Let's keep going. going to wait for these people to pass me. While I wait for that, folks, please like, share, subscribe. I'm going to remind you folks all that I'm not going to be doing any more videos today. I will be back tomorrow for another Walking with Purpose stream. And I'll probably record some more pre-recorded videos for my new venture elsewhere regarding a channel I'm creating elsewhere to help men become better men. Women can also view that content when I make it publicly available, because it'll help you by better understanding what men are going through and how men feel about things. And I may even do an in-studio live stream tomorrow for my main channel here, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. I've been trying to minimize those, but I may end up doing one tomorrow. All right. So let's continue here. Let's continue. We're going to talk further regarding the psychology of a troll, the psychology of these grown adults that come out here on YouTube and just behave poorly, right? Okay. Another thing you want to look for, and it's just something that I had to learn. Let's see. Give me a second. Oh, Lewis, it's comical, isn't it, brother? Yes, you must have thick skin on YouTube. That is something that you need, but I think it's the person that wrote that, but you're actually a troll, so. Good choice. I would have done the same thing. Yeah, you see, Lewis, when these people have these stupid channel names or YouTube usernames that don't make any sense, right? You know they're trolling, right? I'm real quick, Lewis. I may be on mobile, but I can see the screen right here on my iPhone 12 Pro Max. I just tap their name, hide user from channel, and that's it. Move on. Don't even have to acknowledge it, right? But that last troll did say you have to have thick skin on YouTube. That's true. But what allows you to have thick skin on YouTube is understanding the psychology of why these people that are coming at you are coming at you. A lot of people don't understand it, right? Because they've never dealt with it before. These trolls and haters are all about creating psychological warfare, right? And they're very manipulative and conniving, right? And, you know, to the average everyday YouTuber that comes out here to try to create content, right? All they're trying to do is connect with other good YouTubers to collaborate and grow together, right? And these you know, other drama groups or these trolls and haters and these drama channels, they know that. So initially the way they suck you in is by pretending to be one of those good channels. And then they suck you in and then they flip it on you, right? That's what they did to me, right? And that's what they've done to many other people. They suck you in by playing you like a fucking fiddle. By basically telling you everything you want to hear. By basically saying, hey, let's collaborate. I'll interview you on my channel, and then you can interview me on your channel, right? But they say, you got to come on my channel first. Okay, no problem. You go on their channel. Next thing you know, they start the interview. They ask a couple of normal questions. Then they start to ask trolling questions, right? And if you don't answer them, they say, well, why are you, what are you trying to hide? Right? So they're trying to put you on the spot there in front of a live audience to try to trigger you. Then they bring other people on the panel to try and trigger you too, right? And I used to stay on some of these panels back in the days, years ago, for hours, right? Just trying to defend myself or trying to, you know, calm these people down, right? That's not their purpose, right? Their purpose is just to get anyone on their panels and do whatever it takes to trigger them, no matter what, to entertain their audience. It doesn't even matter what the topic is. All that matters is triggering the person or people on that live stream to entertain the audience of the channel owner. I don't know how much more clear I can be. So when I finally figured this whole thing out, because no matter how well versed you are in life, in real life, you know, I was over 40 years old when I started, you know, my first real YouTube channel. I had to figure this stuff out. This is new for anyone when they first experience it, no matter how old they are. So once I figured it out, and then I'd go on some of these panels, if they started to attack me, I would just leave. And then it got to the point where I just don't go on any of these panels, period, right? So in some of these cases where you folks are going on live stream drama panels, and let's say you're a real good creator trying to run a real channel, and you're thinking going on these drama panels are going to, you know, increase your audience. No, it's going to destroy your audience, because you're going to go from having a real audience or growing a real audience to now having a drama audience. And that drama audience is going to, you know, switch YouTube's recommendation algorithm to recommending the drama people your content instead of the actual people you want your content recommended to. I'm being transparent and honest with you folks. So you don't go down the same rabbit hole I went down unknowingly. No one's going to explain it as clearly as I have. You watch this, you can learn a lesson here, folks, right? Give me just a second here. Beautiful. Another plane coming here. We'll get right back to it in a second, folks. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right. Grown adults behaving poorly on YouTube. And other internet platforms as well, other social media platforms as well. Don't get me wrong, there are grown adults behaving poorly all over the internet. But the reason why it's most transparent on YouTube, and why most of it happens on YouTube, in my opinion, is because of the video aspect, and because of YouTube's live streaming aspect, and because of the fact that it's very easy to create Google accounts. Well, you know, and their verification process, you know, even though they've kind of made it a little bit more difficult, it's still fairly easy to verify new YouTube accounts or Google accounts that you use on YouTube, right? It's a troll haven, right? And in my opinion, it was practically created this way And the company, no, don't get me wrong, I love YouTube, and I know they're doing their best to find a fine line. I get that, right? They have to make money. But, you know, the platform was created to keep as many people as possible on it as long as possible, right? And like I said earlier, if half the people in this world are drama people or immature, insecure, mentally and emotionally unstable people, right? If half the people in this world are like that and YouTube removes all of them, they're going to lose half their revenue, or even probably more than half their revenue. I would love to see a stat, if it could ever be possible, regarding how much money YouTube and Google have made from drama, shit disturbing creators and people on YouTube. I bet you that number is staggering. I bet you, if I had to guess, I'd say at least 60% or even more of their income comes from drama, shit disturbing creators and their group of people and associates. Why? Because when people do stupid things, everybody tunes in, even non-drama people. I used to do that myself until I really realized it's not even worth tuning in, period, right? See, I want to help as many non-drama people understand this so well to the point of where you won't even be curious to tune into this drama BS anymore, because you're going to know it's fake and instigated just to try to get you there so you can be monetized at your own expense, right? Again, I went down that rabbit hole as well. And to be honest with you, it hasn't been easy coming out of it, but I did get out of it, and I have been heading in the right direction. And slowly but surely, things have been turning around. I've been focused on my content, and I've been ignoring people. But other people I collaborate with and I care for are still kind of toying with these types of groups and people, right? They're still kind of associating with them. And I try to tell them, hey, look, even if you associate with these people long enough to get the subscribers and watch time required to get monetized, after that, you're not going to grow beyond that. So being monetized is not going to make a difference, because you're not going to have many views to make it worthy of being monetized, right? You're not going to even have the right people on your channel that are going to give you super chats when you're live. So think about it before you make the same mistakes I made. And I unknowingly made these mistakes. I didn't have someone like me that had gone through this to share with you folks and protect you from going through it. That's a nice looking plane with lights and all. That's a beaut. I've seen that plane before. That's the plane. That sounds like a real plane. It sounds nice. Look at how nicely that plane is gliding. It's got the pointed wings on the side towards the top. That's a beautiful plane, very stable plane, very smooth plane. Wow. If I was gonna have a plane, I'd want one like that. That's probably at least 150 grand right there, 130, 150 grand, maybe a little more. Still around, Lewis? Whew. Yeah, folks, I've been back to working on getting in really good shape, toning up a little bit. So I've been walking this trail every day. I'm going to eventually go to some other trails. It's just easier to get this one. I've been walking this one instead of the park because when I go to both sides, in and out of both sides, it is a little bit of a longer walk than the park. Plus, there are less distractions here. You know, when you're at the park, you got other people around there, right? You got a lot more noise. This is just a much better environment to do these walking with purpose streams. Anyway. So my best advice to everyone out there, first of all, you know, if you've seen this live stream one time, watch it 2 or 3 times. I'm not saying that to give me more watch time and help me trigger the YouTube help me trigger the YouTube algorithm, which is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it would help me, but I'm not looking at it in that way. Repetition is the mother of skill. Listen to this stream 2 or 3 times if you're struggling with dealing with these types of people, and apply the principles I've taught you here today. The bottom line is this, okay? You're in control of what comes out of your mouth. You're in control of the type of content you make, right? Whether it's your own content or doing reaction videos to people that are trolling you or triggering you or attacking you, right? Or picking on you, right? Let's just call it picking. Oh, you're picking on me, right? Just ignore it, right? You're in control of everything, right? You're in control if you go on someone's live stream panel or not. One of the other things I've seen, and this used to happen to me until I finally said enough is enough, and I just don't go on drama live stream panels anymore. I have other people I care about that will go on these drama live stream panels, and I'm like, dude, why'd you go on there, bro? You knew you were gonna get attacked. Well, they told me they told me that they, you know, forgive me and this and that, right? That's, you know what? When you're dealing with groups like that, they always do the pretend forgive, because if they can convince you regarding the pretend forgive that they're giving you, if they can convince you that their pretend forgive is real and you go back on, you've given them more content, right? So you fall for their pretend forgive spiel, right? So then they love bomb you and woo you back on, right? Then you go back on and then you get attacked again. And then you're like, oh, you were right, dude. Well, dude, when are you going to learn? Don't ever go back there again. Well, dude, they were being nice to me. No, dude, they were pretending to be nice to you. They were manipulating you. How many more times is it going to take you to realize that the same thing's going to keep happening if you keep going back on there no matter what they say, dude? Hello, McFly, think. Come on now. Think, McFly, think. And the people that are easily convinced and manipulated are the very nice and down-to-earth, genuine and wholesome people. How do I know that? I used to be one of those. I'm still a good guy, but I don't consider myself a nice guy anymore. Yes, I am a nice guy, technically. But I'm a good guy that's very well aware of my surroundings. And I'm good to people, and I'm respectful to people, and I'm nice to people that are nice to me genuinely. But if you try to pull some shit on me, I'm going to call you out. And these, you know, trolls and haters and people that attack and try to pick on you on YouTube, they're preying on your vulnerabilities. They're preying on the fact that they're going to be able to convince you to give them another chance so they can belittle you again and make content out of you, and additionally so they can feel better about themselves. A lot of these people, like I said at the beginning of the show, are behaving this way on YouTube. A lot of grown adults, 35 plus, are behaving this way on YouTube because it makes them feel better. It keeps their mind off of their miserable, pathetic lives, right? And the truth of the matter is, I keep saying this, I'll say it again, these people don't have to live a pathetic and miserable life. They can turn that around, but instead of focusing on trying to better themselves and get out of the rut they're stuck in, they come out on YouTube and project that on other people they perceive to be better than them, right? It keeps their mind off of their pathetic misery. It's the truth. I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm not even mentioning any names. I'm just saying that's why this stuff happens, right? So if you're a good person and you realize this is happening to you, you got to move past this person or these types of people and anyone involved with them, no matter what they say, because if not, you're going to get sucked in and never get out. And then you might as well just become one of them, because you are one of them at that point. And I know one of them is probably simulcasting me right now. And you folks have probably simulcasted me a few times. Some of you that have done it in the past. I don't care. It doesn't bother me, right? If you want to continue making your life about finding ways to try to upset me and trigger me or use my content or grow your YouTube channels or make money at my expense, go ahead. I've kept my word. I'm not flagging anybody. I'm not even looking to see if I'm being simulcasted. I'm just saying, I'm sure somebody's doing it. And I'm just saying, hey, it just doesn't bother me. Because you're going to bore your audience. Your audience eventually is going to figure out how pathetic and miserable you are, that you aren't able to create your own content to the point of where you have to steal other people's content to have some kind of relevancy, right? I know those words hurt. I know they're going to be triggering you, right? If anyone is actually simulcasting, right? I'm not trying to trigger you, but the truth does hurt, right? And it's funny to me that, people that you haven't talked about in a long time, like a year plus, still trying to suck you back in, right? These are the types of people that will stir the pot up with anyone they can to try to get any amount of attention on them in any way possible, past, present, or future. And it's not even about me, per se, if they're even still doing these things to me, right? It's not even about me. It's about anyone that they can trigger and get a reaction from to entertain their audience. I'm just another number. I want you folks to realize that. I want you folks to realize, to many of these drama channels and stuff, right? And people that are creating this type of content, okay, if you're following these people, and especially if these people run live stream drama panels like many channels do out there on YouTube and have you on their panels, in essence, you're a supporting cast member whether you realize it or not, because eventually they're going to try to trigger you on purpose just to get a reaction and get you to keep coming back to stand up for yourself, when in essence, the channel owner doesn't even really give a shit about what you're saying or the question they're asking. They just care about entertaining the audience with fighting and drama, BS. I want you folks to understand that's what it's all about. No one stated it as clearly as I've stated it here within this stream today. I really want you folks to understand it. Right? But here's the thing. I don't think enough people are going to see this. So that's why I keep coming back and doing what I do. Because eventually more and more people will see my content and will see that I'm trying to make a difference in making this world a better place. Rather than it becoming a more miserable place. It's weird to me. The other day, this looked trim. There's no way in hell this could have grown so fast. Unless this part was grown and the other part was trimmed down there. I may be kind of tripping out. Who knows? Lewis Fuller, you still around, brother? If you're still around, Lewis, I'm going to definitely go to the other side, but I may not just keep the broadcast going. I may end the broadcast. Give me a second, somebody's coming. Anyway, that woman looked at me. Women always check you out, whether they're single or not. I don't, when I'm not single, I don't check out other women. I mean, I can see them, but I'm not going to make it apparent. That woman made it apparent that she was looking at me. She could have just completely ignored me. I don't know. Maybe it's the hot, sexy Greek man, right? Whatever. That's only for one special woman. She knows who she is. Anyway. Oh, man. I want to help all you folks become untrollable like myself, right? Because here's the thing. If you become untrollable like myself, do you think people are going to stop trolling you? No, they're always going to troll you. I got trolled today, but I actually know who was trolling me, which is, it's pretty pathetic, right? I'm not going to mention it, obviously, right? I'm not going to pay them any notoriety. That's what they want, right? Becoming untrollable doesn't make people stop trolling you. It allows you to handle it respectfully, professionally, and maturely, right? Some of my trolls even make fun of my phrase, respectfully, professionally, and maturely. Why is that? Because the content they create doesn't involve any respect, any professionalism, or any maturity. In fact, it's the complete opposite. The content they create, which is why they make fun of my phrase, is disrespectful content, unprofessional content, and immature content. I mean, seriously. And then they know that, right? And they know that. That's what these people feel their purpose is, to create this type of content, right? Even if some of these people are more than capable of creating real content, that's what they're doing now. Some of these people that I've encountered in the past have great skills and can create greatness. Real greatness, right? Real content. But they still continue to go down the hateful drama route. Maybe it's something they're familiar with. Maybe it's something that they've just been a part of their entire life, and it's hard to let it go. Some people, whether they're a man or a woman, more so women love drama naturally than men, but some men nowadays, especially these millennials and post-millennials, are so feminized They love drama too. Like some men and women just love drama. Like they get off it. They enjoy it, right? They get off on seeing what they can get away with, right? And how much they can affect other people negatively. It's a control thing. They love being in control. Oh, another thing. This is what I'm going to mention for the last part of the show. I'm going to be going on the other side here. There's a person coming, so I'm going to sit down at this bench for a few. Let them pass, and then I'm going to go to the other side. Oh, this is relaxing. I could just sit here for a little bit. Feel real good. Not that it matters. I took a very nice number 2 earlier. I'll be professional about it. Like even when I hear it professionally, but I took a nice number 2. And when your stomach is clear, it just, you feel so amazing, right? One thing I recommend for you folks to do unpaid endorsement is look into a company called Health Plus. They create a supplement called colon cleanse and super colon cleanse. Go to healthplus.net or whatever it is, right? And you will, they have great products there. They're not extremely expensive, but they're not cheap either. But they work very well. And the regular colon cleanse works well, but the super colon cleanse you use for a couple of weeks, once every 2 months, because it's super powerful, right? And it's all natural too. It's all natural stuff, right? The super colon cleanse will like roto-rooter your intestines and your stomach. Like you will feel so much better. You will feel like a newborn baby, right? So yeah, I use those supplements and it's made a world of difference. That's why I almost at age 48 where I'm at, I'm almost at 48, you know, I still, you know, feel like I'm in my 20s or early 30s. Like I've got lots of energy. Yes, I did pinch a nerve, and yes, you know, that's practically healed, you know, 99.7, 99.8%. I just have a little residual left, but I mean, I'm practically healed from it. For the most part, you know, you take care of yourself and you stay healthy and fit, you're going to be in your 40s or almost your 50s, and you're still going to have the energy of a 20, you know, or 30-year-old, right? So, anyway, let me just show you the front here before I go to the other side. The sun is over there now between the clouds. What a beautiful shot. And then the plane's flying. It'll be flying into the picture here in a second. There's the plane right there. Flying through the clouds. The sun's trying to burn through the clouds there, and the transmission lines in the background. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's see if Lewis is still around. I haven't seen Lewis around. Maybe his internet went out. We are at, is that 88 minutes? Yeah, we're at 1 hour, 89 minutes. 1 hour and 29 minutes. All right, we're going to go to the other side. Go to the other side. I've got those women that are walking. One of them's older and they're going pretty slow, so I may have to pass them. Even though they're going slow, at least they're getting out here and they're getting their exercise. That's good. All right, give me a second here. I'm going to wait and let them get a little bit of a distance because I don't want to disturb them and I don't want to freak them out, you know. You got to be aware of your surroundings, folks, and be good to people. Beautiful angle of the bridge to enter the trail. They're getting pretty further up there now, so I'm going to keep on rolling. I was going to talk about something and I totally forgot about it. Totally forgot about what I was going to talk about. I'm trying to remember, let it pop in my head. Oh yeah, I remember now. Let's talk about blackmail. And this is the thing that I've learned to avoid the most out here on YouTube, right? You know, I've encountered some people on YouTube that part of their MO is to try to get something private about you. They try to build your trust like they're your best friend behind the scenes. Like I've connected with some YouTubers in the past, and you know, then we connect behind the scenes and sometimes have some private conversations, right? And some people will use deep manipulative tactics to try to make you feel so comfortable and to try to make you feel like they're so trustworthy that you can trust them with anything. Like even sending them nude pictures and stuff like that, which I never do. I've never done. But people have tried to get nudes from me before. Many women have tried to on this platform. I'm not saying that to be weird. Never. I would never ever do something like that. Number one, it's pretty immature, pathetic, and childish, right? But number two, it's their way of controlling you if you don't give them exactly what they want, right? One of the most messed up things I've seen people do out here on YouTube, because of the live stream aspect now and the drama aspect, is intentionally do things to certain people and get blackmail on them to get control of them, right? That way they get what they want, right? In some cases, it's get away with something that they've done too, right? Yeah, there are lots of people that are very manipulative and conniving, and you know, I've encountered many of them, right? The thing is, I never fell into their trap because even though I didn't have the most YouTube experience back then, I had life experience, and I've always understood blackmail. I've always understood how people can blackmail you with something and make it appear like it's your fault when it's not really your fault, right? So my advice is this: when you're dealing with people on YouTube, whether you're a YouTuber and you're collaborating with other YouTubers, right? Or let's say you have an audience and, you know, you connect with them behind the scenes and maybe you have some private conversations with some of them. Don't ever fall into the trap of doing something that can be used against you as blackmail, or that can get you in trouble legally, right? Or, you know, yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say, right? And again, the way that you can realize this is if somebody asks you for something that's out of the ordinary, think twice or three times before you do it. If you're a guy and a woman asks you for nudes, don't do it. Number one, yes, she probably does think you're somewhat attractive and is curious, and she's probably going to use those pictures initially for her pleasure, right? But the moment you stop paying attention to her right? Or go out to some other woman, she's going to try to blackmail you to keep you to herself when you don't want to be with her anymore. She's going to leverage those pictures as blackmail and say, look, if you leave me, I'm going to expose you. I'm going to expose you. That's how many times I've heard that. So many times. I'm going to expose you. Heck, I'll just expose myself. I mean, expose what? And here's the thing, you know, everyone in life has done a thing or two in their life that they're not too proud of, right? But for people to use, you know, those elements as blackmail, I mean, that just shows their character right there. That just shows the kind of person they are. Anyone that has to earn things, well, I wouldn't even consider it earning things. Anyone that has to survive by using multiple methods of blackmail instead of just earning things, in my opinion, is just not a good person. It's just not the type of person that is healthy, in my opinion, is not sane, etc., right? You can avoid these types of people if you just see the signs, folks, and I'm trying to help you see these signs. Don't do anything stupid. Don't send out nude pictures. Don't take nude pictures of yourself. Give me a second here. I'm gonna end up going to the observation deck. There are a few people up there, but I'm gonna be passing a few people right now. Give me a second. Let me just show you this. Look at the sun, it's beautiful. I'm glad I wore my shades because it's been overcast, but by the late afternoon, the sun burns off the clouds. It's amazing how powerful the sun is. Folks, most people don't realize, like, the sun is one of the most important things, right? The sun, vitamin D, which you need. It gives you natural vitamin D. It brings energy, right? Light, heat, warmth, right? Without the sun, we'd be freezing our ass. There are some people on the deck. I'm gonna wait to see if they come down. Maybe go up there. If not, I'll just head on back. Let me show you right here. It's beautiful. People are coming down. I'm going to go up there in a second. I love how sensitive this microphone is because I can whisper and you folks can hear what I'm saying very clearly. Take lots of pride in having the best audio and video possible for my videos and streams, whether they're on mobile or from the studio. I wonder if these women are going to come up. They probably will. So I'm going to come up here and enjoy the observation deck for a minute or two and then clear it for them. Amazing. Folks, please like, share, subscribe. Bang the bell, select all notifications. So I'm going to start coming down here and letting the ladies enjoy the observation deck on their own. And we're going to start heading out and wrapping things up. All right, folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. I'm going to be going off the air in about 10 minutes or less. I'm just going to sit down at this bench here for a second. That's a pretty cool perspective. There are multiple angles I can give you, folks. You just have to know how to work the self stick, right? Yeah, look at that background. Look at the sky up there. It's beautiful. Life's a dance, you learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance, you learn as you go. I believe that was John Michael Montgomery from the 90s. 90s country was some of the best country ever. Late 80s, early 90s, early to mid 90s. Now country nowadays, I mean, has gone, popular. It's like pop rock. Because a lot of these country singers realize that they'll get more attention and make more money being a country pop star than just being an authentic country star, right? And because life's a dance, you learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. I've learned so much, and that's why I know I can lead you folks down the right path of success. I talk about many things, many different topics here on my live streams and videos. And if you folks just listen to what I say and hear my experiences and hear what I've been through and compare it to what you've been through, it can turn your life around. It can change. I don't want the notoriety. I don't even care about being famous. I only care about helping as many people as possible. This is my purpose. This is what I'm passionate about. And to those of you out there, that may have found out about me through what the trolls and haters are saying about me and all the lies they're saying. Hey, some of the things they've said are true. Some of them are lies. Hey, who gives a shit, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what they think. It matters what you think. It matters, do you get value from what I teach? Do you learn from what I talk about? Does it make a difference in your life? It may not make an immediate difference, but is it helping you get on the right path? Well, I'm going to get on the right path out of here because I'm ready to end this walk and go back home and eat some dinner. I have some leftovers from my DoorDash last night. I ended up getting DoorDash from this restaurant I've been to many times near my area. It's called Godfather's Burger Lounge. This is like a really cool, it's a kind of it's a fancy place, right? But it's also laid back. It's a laid back environment in there. But it's kind of like they call it Godfather. It's kind of like a mafia style looking place, but it's really, really nice and fancy on the inside. They make the best burgers there. They have half-pound burgers, right? And you can actually add an extra half-pound patty, right? So whenever I grab takeout from there or go there to eat, I will get an extra patty. And this is like a 1 pound burger, 2 half-pound burger patties with 2 slices of cheddar cheese, bacon, avocado, onion straws, right? Maybe the onion straws are not that great, but that's my spoiled thing every now and then. It's a $28 burger, but it's a 1 pound burger, right? And guess what? It's 2 meals. I ate a half pound. I ate a half pound last night. I'll eat another half pound tonight, and then I get wheat bread. So if I'm gonna eat any carbs, it's gonna be more of the healthier carbs, right? Like, if you're going to eat carbs, you want to eat wheat instead of white. So I'm going to eat the other half-pound patty of my big-ass Godfather's burger and just relax and enjoy the rest of the night. Let me wait for this couple to go on by here. I'll show you the sun again. Look at that. Look at the difference of the sky now compared to what it was when I came in. It was overcast. That's how powerful the sun is. The sun literally burned the clouds away. That's a beautiful shot. I got to come out here with the camera I use for my live stream. I have a $1,000 high quality Sony a6400 digital camera I've just been using for for in studio live streams and in studio pre-recorded videos. But it takes like 24 point something, almost 25 megapixel still shots. But it's not even just 25 megapixel, it's the sensor. Like, these Sony cameras take amazing pictures, and I gotta come out here and take some pictures. And that's what I'm gonna be doing at some point. I have the equipment, folks, I just don't have the time, right? I'm just trying to fit this all in. I wanna take pictures of places I go in nature and you know, places of where I may do a live stream. I can also take other still pictures and then create some old school type of blogs, right? On my website, I've had the video relationship sanctuary at coacheli.com. And then you click on, you know, video relationship sanctuary, right? It was kind of like a video blog. Basically, I was just embedding the same YouTube videos I would create on YouTube on the blog. But that was redundant. It took a lot of time to do that, and it wasn't benefiting me. So I've decided, and I'm going to probably do this over the next month or two or so, when I get to maybe about early next year, I'm going to convert it to a old school blog with still shots. Sure, I may embed a short video every now and then, but I want to make it more about taking high quality, crisp images with my Sony a6400 camera in nature or places like this, and sharing adventures of places I go to. And what I'll end up doing is I will probably make most postings on that blog free, and I may have some premium postings that require you to at least sign up for a free account, or who knows, there may be some premium ones that cost some money, but for the most part, everything will be free. I'm just gonna convert it to a regular blog with still images because, folks, yeah, video is great, and now we have 4K video, which I'll be doing more videos at 4K 60 frames per second on this channel at some point in the future. But yeah, like taking a still shot of the sun here in the sky that you see. I mean, right now on your screen, yes, I've got one of the better phones, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, that has great cameras that can do up to 4K 60 frames per second, but YouTube only broadcasts mobile live streams at 720p 30 frames per second. So while this looks probably okay, it's not doing it the justice like a 25 megapixel Sony mirrorless camera can do. So that's what I want to do with that blog eventually. Get your questions, comments, concerns. I'm going to be going off the air in just a few minutes. We are at 110 minutes. We are at 1 hour and 50 minutes. My gosh, I actually went through this whole trail pretty quickly because I stopped many times along the way and do the 4 miles under 2 hours while stopping probably for 15-20 minutes total. That's pretty fast. I think I've got my stride completely back. You know, when I see this pool of water here, it kind of reminds me of that biblical hymn called Wade in the Water. I'm sure many of you that believe in the Lord and God, you've heard that song, right? You got to wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. The Lord is gonna trouble the water. You got to, right? Wade in the water. I remember hearing that song going to Sunday school in my younger days, even at the Greek Orthodox Church. We were singing Wade in the Water. Where's my buddy RJ Sandifer? I don't mind mentioning him. RJ, you emailed me a couple of weeks back, and I know you tried to go live a few times, and you had some issues getting your guests on. I can help you, RJ, if you have finally completely removed yourself from endless nonsensical drama. I can help you, bro. But if you're watching RJ and you heard me singing Wade in the Water, send me an email, bro, and let me know if you want to talk soon. Let me know if you want to talk soon, bro. And if this time, after the 35th time of going back and forth between drama and non-drama, maybe you're finally done with it, RJ? Reach out to me, brother. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you for visiting Bar Island. You see right here? No pets. And that lady could clearly see that sign that had her dog on here earlier. But again, no big deal. Didn't cause any problems. No poop on the trail. It's all good. All right, folks. Get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. I'm going to be going off the air in about 2 to 5 minutes or so. I got to show you this, folks. Like, if you look over here, there are still some clouds, but the sun literally, if you go back and watch this replay and you see how overcast it was when I came in. And that's why I wear my sunglasses, because, you know, I watch the hourly weather report when I do these. So I can tell when it's going to be partly cloudy and then mostly sunny, right? It's amazing how accurate weather forecasts have become with these incredible weather satellites we have nowadays. That's why I can do what I can do, especially during the rainy season, because I don't want to be caught, you know, almost 2 miles into a trail where the only way I can get out is the same way I came back, the same way I went in, I mean, and it's pouring, right? Got to mention one thing before I go off the air, non-topic related. Another YouTuber that I follow by the name of The Quartering, TheQuartring, run by a guy named Jeremy. I respect Jeremy. Jeremy got ticked off the other day because he said like a bunch of the videos he uploaded were automatically getting the yellow icon. And he says he submits them for manual review and eventually YouTube approves them, but if it takes him 2 days, he loses that ad revenue because his content is basically up to the minute. It has no value past, you know, 6 to 12 hours, right? He does stuff up to the minute. Well, see, here's the thing. YouTube fixed this issue. So for anyone that's dealing with this same issue, YouTube has what's called self-certification, right? And you can self-certify your videos that you upload, and YouTube will use your input over their system if you have a good track record, right? So if you're honest and you're accurate with your assessment of your videos, like I am, like, like I have like a very high accuracy rating with YouTube. So whenever I upload a pre-recorded video, they will automatically monetize it based on the selections I make. Is there light profanity? Is there heavy profanity? Is there violence? Is there what, right? Okay. And so what it's telling me to the quartering channel and other channels that are going through the same thing, that are uploading videos and getting the yellow icon immediately, is that you have a low self-certification rating and you've made mistakes and you've put out content out there that is not advertiser friendly, but you've tried to tell YouTube it is advertiser friendly, and when the manual review goes through and confirms that it is not advertiser friendly and you get the yellow icon, it lowers your accuracy rating. So then any other video you upload from here on out is going to automatically get the yellow icon. Then you have to go through manual review. Folks, if you want to be a good, successful YouTuber, just be honest. Follow the rules, and you'll be okay. I just wanted to kind of mention that. Felt like giving my end of stream rant. Folks, we are at 1 hour and 57 minutes. We're going to wrap it up before we get to the 2-hour mark. Have yourselves a good one, folks. I'll see you all tomorrow for another walk and some more content. Take care. Bye-bye.